Good morning, Class 4. Here is Tuesday's maths lesson. We've decided to do things a little bit differently this morning because it's a little bit tricky. We are building on what we learned yesterday, but we need to have our maths heads on today, I think. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is turn to textbook page 157, and we're going to be looking at this sum. So, I can't remember what this girl's name is, but anyway. So she says that 2 times 5 times 6 is equal to 5 times 6 times 2. So I want you to pause the video now and see if you can work out whether or not that's true. Right, fantastic. You should have had a go at that. Let's see. So, if we have 2 times 5 times 6, I would do 2 times 5 first, 2 times 5 which makes 10, and 10 times 6, easy peasy because we all know 10 times table is 60. So doing it 2 times 5 times 6 makes 60. So let's try it the other way. 5 times 6 times 2. 5 times 6, oh I'm not sure on my 6 times table, so I'm going to do 6 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so that's 30 there, still using the times 2, and double 30, which is the same as times by 2, is 60. Some answers are the same. We learned yesterday that no matter which way you do your multiplications, it always gives you the same answer. So let's just double check that we were right there. So we did 2 times 5 made 10. We started with the first bit of the sum. And then we timed the 10. So we had 2 groups with 5 in it. And each one of those groups has 6. So it's building on the arrays that we looked at yesterday. So we've got 2 groups of 5. And then each one has 6 to make 60 altogether. And then the other way, we started with the 5 times 6, so we've got 5 rows here, each with 6 inside. Then, because we've got the times 2 at the end, each little box has to have 2 inside, which eventually gives us the same number, 60. So it doesn't matter which way round you do it, you get the same answer. So, okay, we've got a slightly different one here. It's 3 times 8 times 5. Okay, I want you to pause the video and have a little go at solving that on a piece of paper. Go. Fantastic. Right, okay, so 3 times 8 times 5. So if we're going to do 3 times 8 first, 3 times 8, well, that's 8, 16, 24. So that's 24 times 5. Wow, that's a lot of 5s I've got to add up. Okay, so you would count 5s. I know that 10 times 5, which would help us massively, is 50. So 20 times 5, and we know this from doing our coin cards, 20 times 5 will be 100, and then 4 times 5 is 20, so our answer will be 120. Okay, so then doing it the same way around, doing 8 times 5 first, which gives us 40, and then 40 times 3, well, we know 3 times 4 is 12, adding the placeholder back on gives us the same number of 120. So, you've got your guided practice here, okay? It wants you to work through the steps just the same as we've gone through, multiplying the 3 numbers together. Here, on question number 2, it highlights the little bit that it wants you to use first. So if this bit is highlighted, do the 2 times 4 first, which would make 8, and then do 6 times 8. Okay, if you're not sure of your times tables, remember to write the list out down the side of a piece of paper to help you. So work through your guided practice. Then you come onto your workbook. We're working on page 105 of your workbook. I know this looks a little bit scary, but it is just building on the array work that you did yesterday. So you can work this out, work these up. These are done for you. Down here, it wants you to draw the dots yourself. So looking at this one, it says 6 times 3 times 4. You already have 6 groups, so you do not need to worry about the 6. I would split each one of these into 4 and put 3 dots in each bit to work out what the answer is. Okay? Then on the next page, again, this is similar to Hannah's method, I think it was yesterday. So it's 5 times 4 times 3. This person has condensed the sum down by doing this bit first and putting the answer in that box. Because then they can just do the repeated addition, 12 and 12 and 12 and 12 and 12, which is the same as 5 times 12, to get their answer. Here, instead of doing this bit, they've done the 5 times 4, because 20 is an easy number to work with. You then get 20 times 3, you've got a repeated addition of 20 and 20 and 20. Okay? Here, doesn't give you very much help, but if you look here, it says you've still got the times 4. So that means that the 9 times 2 has to be the answer that goes in that box. And we all know that 9 times 2 is 18. Well done. Okay, so we should be able to have a go. There's a little bit trickier than yesterday, but you're working really well, so keep going. Okay, bye.